Radio 95.3 FM and 1350 AM. The Ticket.
Prater The Ballgame, Idaho Sports Talk, KTIK, The Ticket, joined by Cam Martin, the newest member to Boise State's basketball program by way of Lawrence, Kansas at Kansas. Also played some D2 ball and Jacksonville State as well. And he's with us. Cam, welcome to Boise officially on this airwave. We're the show that everybody listens to. Everybody talks about Cam. We're excited to have you on to talk about you a little bit. What's going on, bud? Welcome.
No, thanks for having me. I'm super excited to officially be Bronco.
Are you really, man? This is going to be fun, man. Why? Why Boise State? What did Leon and this staff sell to you, Cam Martin, that said, yeah, I'm going all the way to Idaho?
Yeah, no, the first thing would just be the family atmosphere. With already having the set of brothers, Coach Rice's sons on the team, and then it being such a big thing for me, for my brother to come along with me. So that was a big thing, just the family atmosphere when I got there and I saw how all the guys reacted around the coaches, and just everybody enjoyed being around each other. It really stuck out to me.
Cam Martin, he's Boise State's newest basketball player. He comes from Kansas by way of Oklahoma, and he's going to join Leon Rice's super team starting this fall. Cam, we kind of saw, I think those pictures were of you as some fans were lurking over the fence. You were walking on the blue. There was a group of people. So you did your tour last week. Talk to us about your tour and what your impressions were of Idaho. Had you ever been here before, and what'd you think of it when you left?
Yeah, no, I've never been to Idaho or anywhere out there, so I didn't even know what to expect. Honestly, like the whole flight, I was talking to the lady next to me about like what the weather was like, what to expect.
Yeah.
But any expectation I had, that it exceeded. Just going around the city, and just seeing the city life and the campus and the river and everything, it's a beautiful place. And I'm excited I get to spend a year there.
We know what Leon Rice is looking for. I mean, he's looking for depth. He's looking for big guys. He's looking for bodies. He's looking for all kinds of stuff as he builds this team. What were you looking for?
So one of the big things to tell with me about Boise was with the way the transfer portal is, and a lot of the guys probably could have went in the portal and looked elsewhere, or wanted to stay because there's unfinished business with the way last year ended. And they kind of sold they needed they had a missing piece, and they thought I fit well for what they needed. So wanted to come in to a situation with a bunch of guys that are hungry and want to do something special, and then I want to be a part of that and make a run in the tournament.
Cam, how healthy are you right now? Are you going to be ready to go full go when you get here in Boise to start working out with the team? Where are you health-wise, bud?
Yeah, I'm 100% healthy right now. Team doctor cleared, everything, shoulders great.
Cam, we had a conversation about you before we jumped into here, and there's no doubt looking at your film, I personally think Boise State got better today because you're adding to this team in terms of adding the depth and adding with your style of play. So, in terms of how you feel like you can make Boise State better, talk to us about the style of your game. If you haven't seen the video, what you bring to the table, what kind of player are you?
So like you talked about watching the film and stuff. I'm a totally different player. I feel like from 2 years ago when I was at Missouri Southern playing, just being at Kansas and practicing with some of the best players in the country every single day. I've gotten so much better. I've taken my diet a lot more serious since being here with my strength coach and everything. And, I've changed my body. I'm down 25 pounds.
Nice.
So really, I feel like my game's just totally different. I've always been able to shoot the basketball, but love being a good passer. I'm just playing off of mismatches. And that's why I'm super excited to get down there. And I'm excited to be able to play Tyson just because I feel like with us two on the floor together, it's going to be hard for teams to guard both of us.
In terms of, it seems like Bronco Nation is fairly, if you look at social media, which can be nasty and ugly at times, the response today has been pretty good. There's a lot of fans out there that are excited to see you come here and play, but we also know this is your 7th year. We also know that you haven't played for a couple of years. We also know that you're coming off this shoulder surgery. And I think you just answered most of my question, but convince Boise State and convince Bronco Nation that none of that matters, that if you're coming here for 1 year, you're in good shape and you're going to make this team better.
Yeah, no, exactly, 100%. I just know coming here in Kansas in the past 2 years, whether I played or not, it was the best thing for me confidently-wise because I've seen what I could do in practice. And if I'm doing that against guys that won a national championship, I'm excited to be able to play a full season.
Did you get a ring being a part of that? You redshirted, right? You got a ring?
Yeah, I registered. Yeah, I got a ring.
That's awesome, man. Cam Martin, he's the newest
Yeah.
member of Boise State men's basketball, bringing his brother along with him as well. He's going to be a walk-on, so there's going to be 2 sets of brothers on this team, the Martins and the Rices. That'll be fun. Cam's with us right now. Cam, what did this coaching staff tell you about what they want your role to be with this team?
They say they just want me to come in right away and take off and be a leader because of my history and just what my capabilities. But we talked about offensively, just different things and different ways they can use me. They think it's a perfect fit, and they said they were excited to get my numbers back towards how they were at Missouri Southern.
You talked about you're excited to play basketball with Tyson Degenhart. I know everybody around here is excited to see Tyson Degenhart play another season of basketball. Very popular around here. I said earlier in the show that your style of game, and maybe I'm completely off base because you're right. If you've changed over the last couple of years, I can't wait to see you on the court. But would you say that, why are you excited to play with him, and how similar of a game do you have to Tyson's?
I've watched a few of Boise's games from last year and just the way he plays, but he's a very skilled guy that can shoot the ball. He can post up some, finish as well at the rim. So I think it's going to be tough for teams in ball screen coverage to decide whether they're going to switch ball screens with both of us, because we'll just play to our advantage if they switched and roll into the post. If they want to double out of the post, then we can just kick it out to have, 4 shooters around. Everybody shot a pretty great percentage last year on that team.
Are you an outside? Sorry, Cam. Are you an outside player? I mean, are you a 3-point shooter first and a low post player second? I mean, this team, I don't know are you going to be the starting center, and are they going to run a different brand of basketball, maybe more open? How do you see this? You expect to come in and start, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. But talking with the coaches, it's pretty much just like a positionless basketball is how they want to play it. Where it's not a set 5, a set 4. We just play to advantages. So if someone's slower guarding me, then I'll step out on the perimeter more. If someone's smaller and not as strong, then just roll them into the post and just take advantage of mismatches.
Nice.
I'm assuming you've studied this roster. You know this team. That's part of the homework of becoming joining the transfer portal. So I feel fairly comfortable in asking this question. Do you feel like Boise State still needs a true center, even though you're right, Leon doesn't play position. He plays positionless basketball, but a rim protector, a big guy in the middle? Or do you think between you and Tyson, you can handle that responsibility?
I think we could definitely handle the responsibility, but whatever's best for the team and whatever the coaching staff decides, I'm with 100%.
Cam, tell me about your brother. You guys are, I think, like 6-7 years apart, so you've never been on the same team together. He's just completing high school, I believe. You're in your 7th year of college basketball, and the rumor was you weren't talking to teams that weren't going to bring your brother as well as a walk-on. Why was this so important for you to bring baby bro with you on this journey?
Yeah, no, for sure. I did tell teams that I wasn't going if he wasn't coming with me, just because the fact we always talked about as a kid growing up that we wished we weren't so far age gap so we could play together, even if it was just for a year.
Yeah.
And I think it's a pretty unique situation with the COVID year and the medical record. I couldn't have planned it out any perfecter for this to happen. So I just feel like I was meant to be. So from the jump, I said if someone wasn't taking him, then I wouldn't even hear him out. And which I had several schools that didn't have like a walk-on spot. They tried like convincing me, and it was no go.
Wow.
For me.
Yeah, it's an older brother, huh?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yep.
Yeah. So he was actually committed to Fort Scott. It's a junior college in Missouri. He's going to be a freshman next year, but he decommitted a couple days ago when my mind was made up that I was going to go to Boise. So I'm excited he gets to go with me.
When you came here for your trip last week, how much did Boise State coaches talk about the next step, the next evolution in this program, winning an NCAA tournament? And I think I saw somebody tweet out something about you, or maybe it was you, about you're ready to take Boise State to a level that it's never gone to and win an NCAA tournament. How important has that nugget been sold, and how important would that be for you?
Yeah, no, it's super important just for the fact that I even mentioned to the coaches that, the year I redshirted, going to the national championship game and winning a national championship, it made me want it even more. So that was a main thing for me when I was transferring. I wasn't going to go somewhere that I couldn't have a chance on getting into the tournament and making a run. And I feel like Boise's the perfect situation for that, with the team of guys returning that are all hungry and want to win just as bad as I do. and I'm super excited to get down there and get to work with the guys.
Cam Martin coming, a couple of Martins coming. I assume you and your brother will be living together, get your own spot. That'll probably be an adventure as well. You and your brother get to spend some time together. It's been a while. What do you do for school? Like, I'm reading your bio. You were getting a master's in sports management. You have a degree, an undergraduate degree in kinesiology. Doctors are in school for as long as you've been in school. Cam, like, what's the plan academically here at Boise State? Just take as many classes or as few classes as you can just to come here and ball?
Yeah, honestly, I haven't decided. I talked to the academics a little bit. I was kind of thinking about possibly getting another master's, just like a 1-year program that they had. That'll probably end up being what I decided to do, is just a 1-year master's program.
Cam, tell us a little bit about yourself away from basketball. What makes you tick? What makes you work? Who are you? What are you about?
I'm honestly, like, the biggest thing I can tell with my brother, I'm just big about my family and my circle. I don't have the biggest circle. I keep it tight, but me and my circle, I'll do anything for each other. So I'm really just like a family-oriented guy. When I'm not playing ball, I love going to the lake and being out in the water. So it's really, if I'm not on the lake, I'm playing basketball. And if I'm not playing basketball, I'm at the lake. What
do you think it's going to be like? Not a lot of guys can say, yeah, I played college basketball. I played for 4 different universities. What do you think that's going to be like? This is program 4 for you, Cam. Not a lot of guys have that opportunity. What's it mean to you?
It's crazy the way my journey has all happened for a reason. I was talking to one of my old teammates last year on the national championship team. Same thing. He was a 7th-year senior that transferred to Kansas for his last year from 4 different schools. And so it's not very many of us out there. I don't know how many it is. I know one other person, but it all happened for a reason, and I'm glad Boise's where I'm finishing up at.
We can't wait to get you here. Cam Martin, as Leon Rice builds this super team. Cam Martin, his brother, coming from Kansas, and can't wait to get you. And it's going to be fun, man. Boise's typically a football town, Cam, but going to the tournament 2 straight years like Leon Rice and this basketball program have been doing, get a lot of people pumped for basketball. Safe travels here, Cam. We'll talk to you when you get in town.
Perfect. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
This is awesome. Yeah. Thanks for coming on. Cam Martin, Prater.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
All right.
I think Leon Rice did well today. Just keep on going, buddy.
Let's hop on some soapboxes. I don't talk about the White House all that much on this when teams get to go visit, but Prater, this one is just, it's coming at me on my soapbox. I'm going to rip this. Plus, we got feedback finale around the corner too. JP, Prater, and the Ballgame, Idaho Sports Talk.
This is Idaho Sports Talk with Prater and the Ballgame. Brought to you by RowPaint.com.